Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to chrisIsTalkin. This is my first official review for Boku no Hero Academia episode 1. Now, where to start? If you've been following me on Twitter, I've been excited for quite a while now. From the moment it was announced that one of my favorite new mangas is being released as an anime, and by Studio Bones, nonetheless. Studio Bones. I was so excited. The hype train had left the building. Like, the second I watched it, I was just like in awe by the sheer beauty, the movement, the fluidity, and they actually managed to put exactly what was on the manga panels onto the screen. And trust me guys, if you're anime only, you did not miss a thing. They beautifully adapted everything that were on the pages. Now, where to start? As I mentioned, Studio Bones were the ones who adapted the manga into the anime, and if you're wondering who Studio Bones are, they've worked on several different projects such as Space Dandy, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, and Noragami, as just some of the few works that they've done. And Space Dandy, it was fluid as fuck. If you've seen it, like if you have Netflix, go onto Netflix, watch that shit. It is emotionally fluid. All the scenes of the dancing, like when they're going out into space, literally there's so much fluidity to it that you just, when they said Studio Bones were doing it, I was so happy. I was so happy that Boku no Hero was going to be done by them. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, if you've seen the last final fight, I won't give away any spoilers, but literally the alchemy, the fire bending pretty much, and everything that was going on inside there, and these three animes I've just mentioned show great motion, great movement, a great color palette to what you're watching. And from reading the manga, I literally felt like the only studio that could do this manga into a perfect anime adaptation would either have to be A1 Pictures. For if you see Maggie, then you can kind of understand exactly the kind of movement I'm expecting, or because from the three I just mentioned, they also did Soul Eater, so you know exactly this beautiful color palette. If you think of colors in like a phone format, it's more like the Samsung series where it's just AMOLED and just vibrant, but not too oversaturated, but just right. And I think the color scheme that Studio Bones used was perfect. Moving on swiftly to the characters, we get introduced to three of them. First of them being Midoriya Izuku. Was it Izuku Midoriya? So one of them, I don't know. Sometimes in Japanese, I know that they put the first name last and last name first. Let's just move on. Midoriya Izuku, and he's the MC or the best boy, depending on how you want to see it. One of the first things you notice about Midoriya that makes him different from other main characters, other best boys in series like Naruto or One Piece, is he's shy, and not like Naruto wasn't shy. Naruto was more an outcast than shy. Whereas in Midoriya, he wasn't. He's an outcast, but not like people didn't like him. It's just that he didn't fit in the fact that he didn't have any powers at all. And in a world of superpowers, which is literally the same world as the One Punch Man universe, which I think would be fantastic if they managed to work together to do a crossover Midoriya versus Saitama eventually. If manga readers, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And he's not only just an outcast because he's quirkless, because he's got no superpowers, but he's also an outcast because he's actually a genius. He's actually really, really smart. And usually shonen main protagonists, they tend to be the lucky, and then they get the powers, or they do a crazy super training arc, or they had some special thing in them. But I'm gonna call it Izuku because this is a lot easier to say. But with Izuku, it's literally he's just the shallow kid he got bullied the hell out of, with no powers in a world where everyone has superpowers. And he's literally a victim. His personality is a personality of a victim, but he's such a nice guy. The amount of times I laughed when I was watching him was like, you couldn't count it. Like, there's so many gifs going on with when Midoriya was on a computer watching the fight of All Might saving those 100 people, and just running just back and forth, like super excited. Like this anime is hilarious. So yeah, that's enough about Izuku and like how he is. Another thing I'd like to talk about is his style and how it's designed. I like the black and the green. The black and the green really remind me of Gon from Hunter x Hunter. How like it's very Astro Boyish, sweet. He looks like such a good boy with the huge eyes, very protagonist-like. But he just seems like a really big soft soul, and they've really drawn that very well. I don't know whether he's meant to be compared to Gon, but as well as me seeing it, after I watched it, there were several gifs going on where you see the panel of Midoriya and Baku go back to back, and then Facebook and other places I've seen, you also see the same panel of Gon and Killua back to back, exactly the same, and you see Gon and Midoriya look roughly the same. So I don't know whether that's meant to be the same, but it was good nevertheless. So his design's very simplistic, very schoolboy. It is Boku no Hero Academia, so it's going to be a school set theme. But I liked his trainers. The trainers were kind of, it seemed very like chibi-like back in the day when you used to have the Dragon Ball Z characters drawn chibi-like, and they had like the baggy jeans and the baggy trousers and stuff. Yeah, Midoriya's outfit was really nice. I liked the designs for all the different characters that we'd be introduced to, and the costumes for the superheroes that they had. We literally just got more of Izuku's personality, of how nice, soft he is, how much of a victim he can be, and how much he wants to be a hero in this world of heroes. But something about him seems different because he doesn't have any powers, and he wants to be a hero genuinely without the powers. And I'm very interested to see how the anime adapts that, because in the manga it's done very well, and hopefully Studio Bones don't rush the fuck out of it and then make it too fast. I hope they keep at a good steady pace. Another character that we get introduced to is Bakugo, and he seems like the antagonist. I've read the manga, so I was expecting him to be a douche, and boy, he was the biggest of douches. And yeah, when I read the manga, yeah, he was a dick. He was straight up, just didn't like him. But for anime only viewers, trust me, he will end up being a character that will grow on you. So don't feel like he's just put out there or he's some kind of Sasuke character. He's actually a really good character. But I'm very interested to see how he goes. His design is very quite opposite to Izuku. Literally, he's got the small eyes that are just constantly angry. He's got that deep. The voice actor did it very well. Really portrayed his character. So yeah, sorry, without going off guard, the voice acting for all of it was amazing. Midoriya, All Might, and Bakugo, the voice acting was great, and the mothers and the doctors. And let's move on. Let's go back to what's going on with Bakugo. So yeah, Bakugo's design is very different, very spiky. He's like his sharp edges. I think that kind of shows his personality with the eyes and his sharp eyes, and there's just kind of like the whole coolness about him. Pretty much a dick, but for you guys who are watching anime only, let's see where this goes. The anime doesn't really go too deep into what his quirk is, but we can pretty much gather that it's something to do with explosions or fire or burst coming from his hands, because when he's touching Izuku on his shoulder, you see the heat start rising. So and also at the beginning of the episode, you see he's just sets an explosion off, and then even with Izuku's notepad, he just burns that as well. So we'll definitely be introduced to more of Bakugo, and there will be more character development, but I hope that the anime adapts this right. I know I keep on wondering that if the anime adapts it right, but there's been such a trend of studios releasing such good mangas and just fucking ripping it to shits. So I'm really hoping that it stays on the right path and does a Maggie where it goes at a steady pace and then people like it, and in season 2, bam, we just get fucking an amazing quality animation. And because we know exactly what the sales will be going up, we'll be getting exactly what we need and deserve. Sorry, I went on a fucking tangent right there. Third person we get introduced to is All Might. We don't get too much time with him, but the little bits that we do see, you see that All Might's a very confident person. He's smiling consistently. In the video that Izuku was watching when All Might was saving those people in that disaster, All Might just stands up and he's carrying several people, and apparently he saved 100 of them. The shot you see of him when it's always a smile first. It's like he's constantly smiling. So I think that's really good. It shows that as a hero, he's doing everything with a smile on his face, and now that really motivates other young children to become heroes. For example, Izuku, which he was watching over and over again the videos, and it's what made him want to be a hero. So that's really nice to see. Another thing you see is that All Might's hair is kind of interesting. There was a scene where he was coming out of a shopping center, or you see a silhouette of All Might's true form. It's pretty skinny, but it's more like a shadow silhouette, and his hair's all down and stuff. And then when the bad guy goes past him, you just see him grow, and all his muscle just goes up, and I think like gel his hair or something. Who knows? But then the new design from the silhouette from the hair down to the hair up has All Might. I think that's pretty cool. I feel like this anime is really drawing upon American/Western influences with superheroes, the whole superhero universe and stuff like that, the whole Superman theme. Like All Might's theme song really sounds like a Superman, like Superman is here to save the day kind of thing, and I think that was really good. So the introduction to All Might was interesting. How All Might looked was really cool. He really had that superhero vibe going on. His laugh was iconic, and when Izuku was copying that laugh as a kid and even as a teenager, that was really, really hilarious. So All Might's laugh is definitely going to be something that will stick on me, or you just probably end up being like one of his One Piece iconic laughs. And finally, with All Might, you don't really know much about his power. All we saw was when there was that slime thing that was trying to choke the fuck out of Izuku, he punched the air. The animation quality was pretty good there. It's a shame that some parts the anime looks like it's dark. Even in the opening, it has like a dark moment. But I think they were going for an effect. But regardless, the animation quality was fine. Back to the All Might punch. The air pressure blew the green slime thing the fuck away, and I think that was pretty cool. So how strong is All Might? Is that another Saitama kind of thing? Is he on those levels? When he leaves Izuku, or when he thinks he leaves Izuku, and he just jumps in the air. It's not like he's flying. He just like does like a high jump and just kind of floating, soaring in the air. I think that's pretty cool as well. I don't know whether that's part of his power or not. I saw it in a manga, but I didn't really understand whether it was flying or whether it was like another jumping thing like Saitama. I keep referring it back to like One Punch Man, but I really do think that it feels like it's the same universe that I'm watching when I'm watching Boku no Hero Academia and One Punch Man, and they should definitely have a crossover, whether it's a game or a manga or an anime. It needs to happen. Keep on going in tangents because that's how fucking amazing this anime was. Overall, I'm really, really happy with this episode of Boku no Hero Academia. I think they adapted it very well. It's interesting that they only managed to cover half a chapter. I don't know whether this is just so that they can ease people in, or whether they're actually going to slowly adapt the manga properly and give us exactly what we need and leave us at the point. If you're anime only, you may not have noticed some of the spoilers that happen in the opening, but if you're a manga reader, you would have seen the fight with All Might, and I'm thinking if that fight scene will be where the series ends, then I think that's going to be a great place for it to finish, a great place for people to feel like they need to watch it for season 2 and to see exactly where they go on from there. Overall, I'm really happy with this episode. I would give this episode an 8.5 and 9 out of 10. There wasn't too much plot progression. If there was a bit more, or if it did the full chapter, I think I'd give it like a 9. There was nothing I really disliked about it. So the colours were great. The action scenes were really nice. It was fluid. The plot was pretty cool, kept at a nice pace. And yeah, so I think I've repeated myself, but I give this an 8.5. Yeah, 8.5 to 9 out of 10, and I'm definitely excited for Sundays. Will now be my Boku no Hero Academia anime review times, and so this is official. I'm going to put a opening video thing where every time there's a new season of anime, you will know exactly. For example, Sundays will be Boku no Hero Academia, as well as the JoJo Diamond is Unbreakable anime reviews. I will be posting that one tomorrow, as it's kind of late right now. If you've been following my Twitter, I gave all information as to why. Twitter is twitter.com/chrisIsTalkin. The information will be down below for the links for if you want to just follow me, see what I'm doing, see what I'm talking about, see some of my anime jokes, because it's pretty cool. I'm pretty much a Twitter fiend, so yeah, it's almost like I need to get my fix before I go to sleep. But I really hope you liked this anime review. If you liked what you saw, do feel free to subscribe, like, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Anime Amiibo, as I'm always on that shit. And once again, thank you very much, and I'll catch you guys soon. Yeah, remember, Chris is talking. Peace.